right up there. Um, Playing chess is the easy thing on this channel because getting the brainwaves up there is probably the hardest thing that I do. And they're working, so after that it's going to be easy. We'll just play some chess and see how the EEG goes today. Um, Everything's working fine. I got my sound on. Guess I got my sound on. Yeah, it's behind my brainwave display here. So let's go ahead and play some games, shall we? Lichess. Here we go. And hopefully we'll maybe lose a little bit tonight. We had a big winning streak last night and got very little brainwave data in terms of losing. So I'll try to play some more edgier games and maybe lose one or two if we're lucky. I'm playing the Carol Can defense. I guess that's what they call this, but maybe it has another name because he started with his queen pawn instead of the other one. I almost always play the Carol Can, but when they try to avoid it by doing some weird things like he's doing, I have to revert to some other types of things. Now this opens up the king against attacks, but um, at least that pawn is not busy right now. He can take this, but I can take with my knight. And if this bishop goes back to there, see now he can move this pawn up, attacking this knight, but I can move this pawn up and then bring my knight back. Got a number of possibilities here. We'll see. This might be the one that I lose. It's looking really tricky because this is like a really weird opening by white. And just have to wait here a little bit. Okay, like I said, I'm going to take that with the knight, and he's probably going to bring his pawn up. I figured he would. I got to protect this knight over here somehow. Um, Suppose I bring him up here, and then I can bring him back to here. It's probably my safest bet instead of making a whole bunch more of these pawn moves over here and loosening up that side more than it has to be. Okay, we're still in the game here. He's got three things on this pawn, though. He can kind of win a pawn there, but this is going to be a little bit like a pawn sacrifice. So I take there. Yeah, I think he's going to take with his queen, kind of like go into an endgame with a pawn. Oh, nice. Yeah, he will be like a pawn ahead, I guess. Oh, he took with his knight. That's different. Okay, so that gives me more chances. I'm going to put him in check. He can't interpose with his black square bishop. You have to interpose, bring his knight back or his queen. Now I can all of a sudden regain that pawn if I wanted to, but he'll put me. I think I'll do it. I'm opening myself up to a lot of stuff here because he has this check, but I have this. He can take this, but I can move my queen out of here. Okay, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna come up and put me in check now, but I'll move my king out of danger probably. Maybe just bring it right up into here. It might be the safest thing. Then if I go over here, then I got the queen coming out here. It's probably safer right up into here. The knight can't advance quite yet because it's still pinned on the king. But it can go next move, so I got to be careful right now. Um, I can force a queen move here, and that gives me a little bit more time to maybe bring my king over where it needs to be. I'm just going to try to skedaddle with this king. Um, can I do something? I don't think I should try anything further. I think I'm going to try to skedaddle that king out of there because I just don't like how that king was in the center. I'm gonna just bring him over as fast as I can. Figured he would do that and I'd have to buttress at night, but I can buttress again with this queen. I think I'll be okay after I do this. Unless he's got something more up his sleeve, we'll see. Gotta bring my king over one more, or I think I'll just bring my king over one more. And then we'll see what happens. Oh, that's kinda not so great. I'm gonna have to advance this pawn up now because I don't see any other way to protect against that dastardly attack where the queen was gonna come down here. Okay, so just keeps getting worse and worse. Oh boy. Um, I think that this will at least get the king out of that problem of that terrible pin. And also the king protects the knight from coming up in here and forking the king and rook like he was, I think, planning to do. The next move I could take here, remove a little bit of pressure off myself, and then I can develop this bishop out to here, attacking the queen, and just maybe achieve some equalization here. Now, I got to take with the bishop, basically. I'm not going to spend time thinking about that because if I take with the queen or the rook, I just lose material. I guess I was going to say I better, why don't I just take him? I'm going to lose a pawn here or something, although I can maybe do that and then move the pawn up because he'll maybe attack. Oh, he didn't attack it. Well, that maybe gives me a chance. Kicked the knight out because I didn't like him there. I don't know why I did that. I probably had a better move, but he's just up there kind of close. Okay, so centralize one more rook. I'm a little bit ahead on the clock. That's good. This thing can come back, right? Maybe the safest place is just, no, I don't want to bring him there. This might be dumb. I don't understand why I was hesitating so much, but kind of think that that might not be too bad of a move. It just looks more complicated, but I don't want to bring the bishop back over here either. I'm just going to trade down. This is getting low on the clock, and I notice he's playing a little bit slower than me. So, wait a second. Am I a pawn? I'm a piece down somehow? I don't know how that happened. I guess I'm not counting very good tonight. I gotta try to keep my pieces kind of in there. Not counting good at all. Oh, he's gonna checkmate me? Crap, I have to move this up. I don't have anywhere else to go. I'm gonna just try to escape here if he wants to take my pawns and stuff. Oh no, I can't. Well, now I just have to make sure he can't go right in here. Oh, so that's gonna be checkmate? Yeah. Yeah, he checkmated me. Can you believe that? Oh well. Oh, look at the brain waves. Wow, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get some interesting patterns like that. That wasn't bad. Okay, let's try one more because that was pretty incredible. That was like really incredible. Okay, well we lost our first game and we got some good brainwave data. We're gonna take these next games very seriously now and try to get brainwave data as we're winning. We're gonna play King's Gambit. So this will be fun. I think this is gonna be a interesting game. In any case, I'm sure I'm gonna just keep playing kind of fast. Maybe try to get some attack on that pawn. I kind of know what he's thinking about doing already, and I could already take him. I can already castle. So, that's a good reason too to bring this pawn up because it protects this square against this attack. Okay, I'm going to eventually bring this pawn up further, but right now I just have to protect that pawn. I kind of get a double attack here on his, um, I say kind of get because I'm never too sure, but um, looks like I got an attack on here and also on here at the same time. And I guess I can win a pawn here. And that was pretty good. I was going to come here, but now he's got his bishop, his rook right there. Should I take another pawn? What's he going to do? I guess I can take another pawn and he can't put me in check here with his bishop. But he can do that next time. I got to be very careful not to get my queen lost here by this bishop check against my that and that at the same time. Maybe I'll just throw the king over in the corner like fast because it's hard to keep all this in mind when you're playing fast. Okay, I'm gonna already bring this up. I'm hoping that this side over here is I'm hoping that this side over here is like self-sustaining. And now I guess I should just take right there. I hope I don't get in trouble over here on this side. I got a million pawns over here protecting me and everything, so we're a little bit low on time, but not too bad. Oh, I lost one of my pawns already. I can kind of see that. Guess I'll keep my rook back there in that rank. I'm going to do that. If he takes me here with his bishop, I take him here. If he takes this bishop, I take that bishop there. So I still have extra pawns over there on that side. So I got to start developing over here. You take my bishop out and then get my rook out. Okay, I'm kind of like lost all my pawn and majority and everything over there because it's all broken up. That'll protect that bishop. Now I gotta do something with my rook. I don't know, I'm just gonna double these rooks against this pawn and see if he's weak. Well, he wasn't too weak, was he? Um, Bring him back where he was and I'll kick that thing out of there. Okay, the bishop can take this, but then my I mean, the rook can take this, but then my rook comes here and gets an attack on this pawn, so it wouldn't be too bad. Did he just give me a rook? It would be nice if he did. I'm going to send him right back where he was. We're a minute down on the clock, so I'm going to finally connect my rooks. See, now this knight can come up in here at any darn time he pleases. I'm going to threaten a, like a checkmate here if he's not careful. If he moves his knight, I can still hopefully get some sort of a checkmate. Best place to do is bring the king up here so it attacks the knight. Guess he saw that coming. Kind of screwing up here. I should be playing faster. One minute. I'm going to lose on time here if I'm not careful. I tried a sucker move there and he saw it, and then I kind of like lost another pawn. And okay, so try to break those pawns up over there, or just make him think a little bit more. I'm going to lose on time here if I'm not careful. I think I like to keep this rook here. Okay, I guess I'll do this. And I can attack this pawn again. Okay, came over there. Like, he can do it if he wants to, I guess. He can't check me again with that knight. The knight's not in the right position. I can take this mean old pawn here that I've been wanting to get. Okay, now this is getting too going kind of slow here. I don't know if that does anything. Just keep trying. Just keep trying. I don't see where he's got any attacks on me. If I bring this bishop down here, I will have a pretty strong position. Attack that one and then bring this over here, and I'll be kind of like gearing up for a checkmate. Ah, I lost that. Didn't even see that. 15 seconds. I'm really down on the clock is my biggest problem. But I do have this whole thing in line here. Took me a while to click there, and that kind of like bothered me. Just trying to get a checkmate here. No, and there's no way. Gonna resign. Oh man. You know, when I finally saw that the game was over and that stress came off of me, my brainwaves just shot right up. They often do that. when I get a little bit stressed out, it seems like my brainwaves get depressed. And then when I finally resign, boom, they shoot up. So I think you people that are not playing can get more patterns out of my brainwaves than I do because I'm just kind of like here the whole time. So, I can sacrifice there without any. I'll just bring him back instead of trying to go for complications. I had to protect this pawn, so that's the best way I have right now to make sure that this knight doesn't come up here attacking this knight. Then I can buttress him another time. I'm going to buttress this pawn another time. It might be necessary. Yeah, right now we're doing okay. Kick the knight out of there. That's okay because I want to open that file eventually somehow. Now, if he takes my knight over there, that's fine. I can't see anywhere else he's going to go with that. I want to try to break this thing open by advancing this pawn, but I'll have to move up knight over here first. I'm going to get rid of this pin that I had there. And now he's going to, he wants to take that pawn. That's fine with me. Um, I'm going to do this because now this knight is also protected. He's protected by my queen. I'll take that. And now, maybe just get an advanced pawn way down there and see if something becomes of that. I don't know. It's not easy to. I'll get rid of this ridiculous bishop here. I don't like him. If he doesn't take me, the pawn's going to come up here with a pretty strong position. And I get the exchange, which is pretty good. Where can that queen go? I'm going to centralize a rook because I'm threatening now to take his bishop. Take his bishop, he takes me, and I get his queen. But I'm also threatening to bring my queen over here. It's very strong against his king. That's what that advanced pawn is going to help me with. It supports a queen coming up in there really close. And it can advance. So as soon as this king moves, the king can advance. The pawn can advance. I'm going to come over here and cause some. They call that wreaking havoc, right? So, um, that'll help to protect this pawn after I move my queen. And he came back up into there. Should I just take another pawn? What's he going to do? Oh, he's going to take here. I don't know. I'm just going to do this and see what happens. He has to bring his king up. And I can take a pawn here. And then get the checkmate over there. So that was okay. Wow. And when I did you see how my brain waves, they just right there, they all just converged. They were spread out just before the meet and then just converged. Um, I'm gonna just see if that's worth a post-mortem. I don't like doing post-mortems. Ah, I clicked the new opponent. Oh, oh well. I guess as luck would have it, it's not worth a post-mortem because now I gotta play this game. Okay, we're gonna do this. Is he doing another one of those weird openings? I don't know why they somehow do that. They don't let me play the Kuro can. Yeah, this guy's doing another weird opening. So at least I can bring this bishop back against this queen thing if I have to. I'm trying to bring this pawn up here as soon as I can. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but maybe I can kick this out and then bring this over into here. Then I've got 1, 2, 3 against 1, 2, 3. That's not quite enough. Okay, here's my last one. Now I got 4 against 4. He's going to make me move out of there, but okay. Don't know what else that bishop's going to do there. Probably nothing, I hope. Now, now I don't have enough again. I got 1, 2, 3 against 1, 2, 3. That's not enough. So what do? I got to get this knight out. Okay, he's going to come up there again. I think this is the only thing I can do. I'm going to bring the knight here. Oh, he's going to come up there. I got to get rid of, I got to do something here. Bring him over here, I guess. Hopefully I'll be kind of safe there for a while. I don't see where he can attack too much in there. Now I can bring this knight over here and have one more up into there. You have 3. Now I have 1, 2, 3. Oh, now he's going to bring up in here and checkmate me. Maybe I should just already escape over there with my king because my king can go up into here. My rooks are basically connected now, so I can move this pawn up and he can't take me because if he does, I'll take his rook. And then I can take that pawn and you have to retake with that pawn. Okay, so I see what he's doing. He wants to get that. He was going to take my rook, but if he takes my rook now, I'm going to take his queen. We're doing okay on time. 3 minutes, 3:46. Now my king's got to really get out of there. Now he can't take my pawn, my knight either, because they see his bishop is pinned now. So I still gotta do something smart though. So far I'm not really doing a lot of smart stuff. Maybe I'll get some headway here. Hopefully, I want to keep that pin on, so I'll bring him over there. I want to keep that pin on this bishop against the queen. I don't. Let's see what I can do next. Okay, I got to keep the. I could take with this pawn, but this knight's not doing me much good over here. I think I'll do a lot better using that knight to retake. Almost a minute down, he got me into a lot of complications here. I think one of his strongest assets right now is this advanced pawn, and I need to be really careful about that. Oh, he brought the queen over there. Well, I can get him to move his knight like I was talking about before. He can't take because, well, he can. You can always take, but I get his rook. But most people won't want to get rid of their rook. And then I can't take there, though. I was thinking about taking there. Now he can take with his knight, his rook, and I'm kind of like all over. This is bad. Should not have done that. Just going to try to bide a little bit of time here, but I don't think it's going to bide me enough. I don't know what I can do here. I'm going to lose a piece over there. The only thing I can hope for is that I get a little bit of uh, I get a piece here too. If he takes that knight, I have like a little chance that I can. I got to get rid of this thing. Where can I give him here? It looks like my best move. Oh, lost another piece. Can you believe it? I don't know what's happening here. I'm not playing very well. You got to do better than this. Some weird checkmate, maybe? I mean, it is possible. Anything is possible in this game. Once I take this bishop, I'm not going to be too far behind. Don't have a lot of other things to do there. I got like a weird checkmate that I might have if I'm totally lucky. I had to be very careful there. He was going to put me in check, and then I don't know what he was going to do there, but maybe I just wasted a move. I probably should have come up here. Now if he moves his knight, crap. Keep trying to go for that checkmate, but I couldn't do it. 46 seconds against. He's still like a piece ahead. All I can do is try to get a checkmate out of this. Can I get like a repeated check, maybe? I can still try to get a checkmate if he moves his rook off that rank. Just kind of playing the clock right now. Oh, I could have taken his knight. Didn't even see that. I get his rook finally. Well, my brainwaves were just so jumbled up there. It was just so amazing. Um, I don't know if you saw that. I was paying a lot of attention to the gameplay, but I was like looking out of the corner of my eye at those brainwaves, and it was pretty amazing. Um, the kind of brainwave action I was getting right there. So that was worth it. It was a little bit of stress right there at the end. I had 3.8 seconds, and my opponent ran out of time. We were both making a number of blunders. Okay, I'm going to do the analysis board. But that was a fun game. I mean, that's what it's all about. Like, really quite a bit of adrenaline rush there. And I think I'm going to see a lot of blunders, a lot of mistakes. Both sides just all over the board blundering. This, you could call that a blunderful game. I would like to play one good game. Um, I'm going to do one more, and that's it. Whether I get a good game or not, I'm not going to do a post-mortem on this because it's just so. I like to do post-mortems on games that are consistent, where the viewers can actually learn something, where both sides are playing quite well, or if there's something totally interesting, like a person coming back from a major blunder or something like what happened last night. But otherwise, I really don't think it's worth it to do postmortems on games unless they're instructive. Oh, I'm gonna lose a problem with my king here, but this can just be considered this is just considered a gambit. One pawn down, so gambiting a thing here, one pawn, but I still have a couple of center pawns there. Things are looking okay. Should immediately try to remove the pin on that. I'm trying to move him up in here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more piece. What I'm gonna do? I can't bring this pawn up, but I could lift a rook. And we'll see what happens. No, I'm never going to get that piece, but I can't move that up because I'll lose a piece. Maybe just take him. I kind of like got stuck here, but let's see. If I move this up, I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I can win a piece here too by bringing the pawn. If he takes this piece here, I can move up in here and get this piece, and maybe that's more important because I got the bishop that can come down. Okay, I'm going to threaten the same thing. No, he can get my rook. I mean, I was going to win. So, that kind of helps me because I took his bishop and now I threatened to take his rook too. So I maybe just kind of like saved myself. I still got 2 rooks and 2 minor pieces, and he's got also a rook and 2 minor pieces. So Or maybe I just line these two rooks up here. I mean, these two bishops up. Now, if I could just get an attack on this pawn really strong. Yes, and I can. He can't check me with that thing, with that knight. And see, this looks really strong. Um, Came back there. That keeps his knight from moving. I want to keep that knight still from moving. Now, what can I do? There's got to be something to do. I'll take his knight. There, now I got the knight pinned very, very well. Now I'll just come over here. I thought I could do that, but no. I'm going to have to take there. And then I'm going to bring this down here. I'm going to bring this bishop down here and then up to here. See, that's not going to help. Oh, we retook with that. Okay, so I guess the main thing I can do is just keep this pawn alive and see if I get some play out of that. Don't really see what I can do here. I can't move this pawn. It's the only thing I can do, I think, is to bring the bishop over, the rook over here. I'm going to bring a pawn up because I'm constantly. Maybe I should have brought this over. But I think bringing the pawn up will be better. I don't know, just maybe get my rooks developed. Remove one of those things. This would have been better on this rank to prevent him from coming down. I didn't see that before. I just had to get some play, so that's why I kind of did that. But not that I really got any play. I was hoping to get a little play, but it's the only play I got. I don't have any play over there. We got bishops of opposite color, by the way. I might get this pawn. That was weird. Never thought I'd be able to get him, but I can. If he brings his king over here, I bring my rook here, and then Trying to click this and it's not clicking. Oh, because I'm in check. Can move it next time. And I ran out of time. That was pretty close. Um, I would have had to take that pawn with my bishop, and then I think it maybe. I think he had a one game. Let's just look at the end game and see. That was a pretty bad opening, though. I don't know. It's worth doing a post mortem on that one. Probably not. Um, Guess I played a pretty good end game, even though I wasn't doing so great. No mistakes, no blunders. Oh, look at that. I had a one game at the end. I'm 5.3 ahead. That's me. I'm playing white, and look, white jumps right up there. So that's instructive. Like sometimes you think you're losing, like he's gonna have to sacrifice a bishop on this. And that's what I was trying to calculate. After I sacrifice a bishop on here, I can obviously bring this pawn down, and he needs to sacrifice his bishop on it. And then I was thinking, oh, but then I was thinking, yeah, this one can just run. I was thinking, yeah, this one can just run. I just ran out of time, but I had a one game there. I'll show you how that would be. That's an interesting end game where, I sacrifice a bishop. At this move, he moved up there. Okay, let me just click back where I was. And it's kind of interesting. In the end game, I didn't have any mistakes or inaccuracies. I had two blunders, but they were earlier in the game. My two blunders, if I put the mouse here, you see I had two blunders and I had 8 inaccuracies, but in that end game, everything was basically perfect. And he moved up here. I was going to take him, obviously, and I'm ahead 5.3. Let's see if we played this out. So I took him. He takes me. This one's close. So I'll already. That was not the one to move. I got. I got to run with this one. What's happening here? Why? I didn't even know. I don't even know how to play this end game. It's good that I'm doing it. Okay, so positive 5.5 right there. And I guess I need to come over and get this, threaten the bishop and try to get the pawn. If I come here, he needs to go, he'll have to move his bishop out of there. Yeah, that was the move. Now he can't advance his king, but obviously he still has to move his bishop out too, and all my pawns are on black, so let's see where he should move his bishop to. Like, where would you move your bishop to? Like, this one's going to advance. Maybe you think, well, I'll move him up here so that that pawn can't advance. And that was not a bad move because it stayed right where it was. And now with this bishop over here, now I've got him kind of like going, and I have the kings in opposition. That's why the king had to come here to block his king out. I always forget about that on in game sometimes, but my king had to go there, threaten his bishop, and also get this opposition to keep his king cornered. See, his king cannot immediately escape. It could go over here, but that's going to cost him an extra move. And so I moved up there, and now he would like to come across with his king because this bishop is blocking this pawn advance, but he needs to try to stop that pawn. I keep going. Does he have time to catch him? At least the king can support the bishop at this point now on the queening square. And I think I could advance this pawn a little bit more. I really dropped down there. I should not have done that. My king was well centralized. But I was just thinking, advance this pawn up. Ah, no, but that's not good, yeah. Because if I bring it up here, I force him to sacrifice his bishop on here, but his king's too close to this pawn. I have to play this. This is an interesting endgame. I have to learn how to do this. So now I think the idea, he can't take this pawn with his bishop, so I don't have to worry about him. I think I got to go over here and give more support to that pawn. Or just keep moving the pawn down. Yeah, that's the best move. It keeps me really high. Just keep moving the pawn down. The pawn's out of range of the attacking king now. This bishop will have to get it, but if you move this pawn up, it would be even worse for him. Because now I just keep going. And if he goes here, to stop here, now this one starts to go. So, I sacrificed a bishop, but because I had some pawns on both sides of the board and I was able to get opposition on his king, that was the key. So it was an interesting endgame. Very interesting endgame. I'll just click back so you can see where I suddenly got an advantage in that endgame right there. And I was playing flawlessly, so at least I wanted to do one flawless game, and I played this endgame flawlessly up to the point where I ran out of time and lost. But right there, see, he made the wrong move with his king. He brought his king in here. It was 0-0. He should have done another thing. When he brought his king over to here, he thought it was great because he brought his king over there. And then I went up with my pawn. He brought his king down there. I brought my bishop there, playing flawlessly. He came up there. And he's already lost this game. There's no way he can win it. So I take him there. He has to retake the bishop. My king comes here, getting opposition on his king, so his king can't advance. His bishop goes anywhere. His bishop is tasked with defending the pawns on this side and defending the pawn on this side. His king is going to be slow, reaching either side. And according to Stockfish, the best move is here, believe it or not. Keeps it at 5.3. And because these pawns are kind of far away and I have opposition on his king, I can't advance this pawn. Like what I got to do is move this pawn up far away from his king and then move my king over here and then move this pawn up if he sacrifices. See, that's how it's going to be. So I move my pawn up. He thinks, well, I'm going to maybe come over here to help get that pawn. That was not a bad move. The score hardly changed. I keep going up. His king's going to be too late. His king can't keep going. He'll probably just move this pawn up. And my pawn keeps going. No, that would be a horrible move for him. That's also bad. I don't know what move he has. It's saying move the king over here. That's his best move. So right now it's like Stockfish is just saying after, well, and yeah, I was saying it really increased a lot, but it was increasing all the time. So, you know, the two pawns on both sides of the board and the king my king in opposition to his king, keeping his king from advancing too quickly. And just as its stockfish has more time to think, it just keeps upping the advantage for white. Interesting endgame. So that was a pretty good postmortem. I'll um, post this with a title to, look at the endgame. It's interesting. And I'll call it a flawless. And it was a flawless endgame except for the clock. So I think we can call it a flawless endgame. I'm going to put that flawless in. The last game has flawless endgame with postmortem, and maybe get a few people to come and look. And if you're one of the people that came and looked, you're looking at my brain waves, you like what you're seeing, follow me because next time I'm on, Twitch will send you the thing in the email saying, no, Steinitz is on, come and see, and you can catch me from the beginning and watch the brainwaves, do some postmortems, and you can jump in on the chat. Okay, I didn't have any chatters tonight, and it would be really great to get some chatters. So next time it can be used. So follow me, get the notification, and then come and chat next time. So see you around. I hope you had fun. It was a great game. Great having you.